Hello farmers and welcome back to the hills of Tuscany. Almost finished with fertilizing the grapevines for the first cycle this year. I got one more pass after this. And once we do finish this job, I do believe we are done for the month of April. So we can sleep through the night and wake up in May. The one thing I'm kind of interested to see is because this month we did pay off, I don't know, about $250,000 on the loan. So I'm kind of interested to see how much we did save ourselves on loan interest overnight. I may actually take some of the cash that we have left over. We still got like $40,000 in the bank account, as you can see. Maybe take some of that and put that towards the loan as well. Since we are done planting for the season, I don't need as much money, but I should keep some money around to buy fertilizer because I got, I think, 3 fields to fertilize. All the veggie fields need to be fertilized. I may have 4, the sunflower field included. So I may have 4 fields to fertilize. So I just want to make sure I keep enough cash in the bank account. So maybe I should hold on to that for another month. I mean, it's not going to matter that much. Let's see, I'm going to end up with about maybe 500 liters of liquid fertilizer in the sprayer here. So that, I don't think it's going to quite get us to finishing up the second stage of fertilization on these grapes. So I may have to add a little bit more later on, but we'll worry about that later. Yeah, we gotta wait for the grapes to start sprouting. If I can get a close-up of the vines, I can't because I keep zooming on in too far. Yeah, we gotta wait for the grapes to show up, and then we should be able to put the second stage on there. But for now, we can go ahead and fold that on up, and we are done. Actually, let me check on the page. Oh, yeah, so I was just looking just now. So we've been paying about $32,000 per month on loan interest. So we did pay off a good amount of that loan today, as I just mentioned. Let's go over to here. I want to see fertilizing. So yeah, we got the veggies down here. We got to fertilize next month. Same here. The sunflowers here, and of course the veggies over here. But what I want to see is all the grapevines. It's gonna be kind of hard to see, but I don't think I missed any rows on fertilizing. I think we got them all. If I actually turn out plowing, it might be easier to see. There's a slight spot there, which doesn't make sense. Why it missed there. It could be the way maybe the sprayer is angling from the ground terrain. But overall, it's fine. It's all good. All right, let's go ahead and put this away until, I assume, maybe June or July. And we'll get the other stage put in. The animals are all set for another month for sure. And all the productions are doing what the production buildings do, which is producing. I could sell some potato chips and stuff, but I'm going to wait maybe until I sell the candy and sell it all together and kind of have like another big payoff. I think that'd be kind of a neat thing to do. Kind of like we do with the clothing, you know, just pay off a whole bunch of money on the loan at once. Where am I here? We need to be here at the home. All right, we're home. Just like that. Yes, let's just go ahead and just sleep until 8 o'clock. I think, like I said, we're all set. And we'll see how much our loan interest went down per month from $32,000 maybe to, I don't know, did I save myself $1,000 in loan payments? Or loan interest? Almost, $31,100. So that's okay. And I'm glad I didn't pay anything off on the loan because we dropped down to $17,000. So, plenty of work to do. The weather looks good. I do want to check on the animals. First thing, just on the sheep. Okay, they're not really going through the water. Yeah, we're just keeping our eye on that billion-liter mod that we installed. We know it doesn't work for the cows, and the sheep we're trying to see if it works or not. I want to see if it's the cow barn or if it's, I have no idea. But right now, as far as I can see, that mod is not working for us. But anyways, let's see how we do in here. TMR, they could probably use another trailer load up here if needed. Milk, we can hold off onto that for a little bit. And the sheep, well, they're producing wool, of course, and everything. Production buildings, just to keep you up to date. Do I need to bring milk over? No, that's going to run for a little bit longer. I probably need to go out and clear out the butter and cheese, though. What else we got here? Sugar beet, we still got 180,000 liters of sugar beet to be processed into sugar, which means the candy production is going to keep on going. Yeah, we're starting to stockpile up on that. Yeah, I think next year for making sugar, we are going to have to do some cut sugar beet, mix it up a little bit because, well, actually, it's only May. I think it will go through all that sugar beet by the time we get to the harvest again. But either way, it's going to be kind of close. Looks like we are done here on producing red beet soup. Potato chips, yeah, we're almost through the potatoes, so that's looking good. Yeah, so everything's looking good there. Let's go ahead and see exactly what we got here. So potato chips, right now we got about $43,000 of tater chips. Red beet soup, we got a good amount here, and the candy is starting to pile up as well. So everything's looking really, really good there. So to start the day, I think what we're going to do is we're going to hop into the T8, New Holland T8. We're going to grab our mowers, and we're going to get that grass cut first thing. Put it into a nice little swath. And then all of it, I think, let me double check on this. How much hay do we have? We got almost 150,000 liters of hay. And the sheep are not, they don't take that much hay, do they? Yearly, they're not even using 100,000 liters of hay per season. So we got enough hay for now. So all this grass that we're going to cut, just going to put into a swath, and we're going to bring it on down to the fermenting silo to make silage. I can either, use that silage and put it into the small BGA, or I can make TMR out of it. But for today, this has to be put into the fermenting silo, and that's it. Oh yeah, we do have soybean, but I think soybean is in June, but let me check on the price. We are close enough. I don't want to forget the soybeans this year. $9.83 and climbing. Actually, the best price is in July. So, I mean, that is, $36,000, so that's quite a bit. If I were to sell it in July at the max price. Anyways, let's get the mower down. Turn that one on. Get the butterfly mowers out. I know I say it, I think every time I cut the grass now, but I am very happy that we only need this one grass field. I don't have to do a whole bunch of grass work. So it always seems like I'm cutting grass somewhere. But this job here, as we know, doesn't take too long. And then before I come and pick it up, I think we'll get into the other New Holland and we'll go around and get a little fertilizing done. As I mentioned, we got 4 fields to do, and those jobs shouldn't take that long either. And I think we'll be done for the month of May, honestly. So not a whole lot of work to do here, but important work to get done for sure. I have repaired the New Holland, yes. I say it seems like it might be a little bit weak, but no, I inspected it about 3 months ago. I must have repaired it. Right now it's not showing any damage on it, so we're all set. I mean, these mowers do require a good amount of horsepower, and we're going uphill. Gotta get all the grass here. I could expand the field a little bit and get it right up against the fence line, because technically I get more grass off if it's a field rather than the meadow grass. The meadow grass is the lighter green that you see, and the darker green is field grass. But I don't think we're that desperate for this material. And I'm kind of excited to get to the month of July, not to start the new harvest season. I mean, that's a nice little thing to get to, so we can start producing more stuff again. But, selling that candy, and also maybe some other material that we have on the farm. And like I said, my goal by the end of the year is to have the loan down to $9 million, which should not be difficult to do. But I do have to save some money because I need to buy the Sugar Beet Ninja trailer. That's a trailer that's going to allow us to take sugar beet and then chop it up into sugar beet pulp. Or cut sugar beet into the sugar mill. I don't think it's extremely necessary because, like I said, the sugar factory seems like it's going through the sugar beet fast enough to where it's going, you know, it's getting it all done before the next harvest season begins. But it's not going to have all the candy made by the time the candy's at its max price. The only thing that means is the candy that we make after we sell it here in July, we just got to keep it around for another year until the following July. Up the hill we go, as much as the T8 wants to go. I really thought when I started the series and I bought the T8, I thought this tractor would be the biggest tractor I have on the farm. But then as I found out when we tried to plant the fields, especially I think it was a grass field here that I was planting, going uphill, and then I realized, yeah, this is not gonna do it. We need something bigger. And just like that, before we even know it, the grass field is cut. All right. Get all this all set here to be put away. Now I just got to find my 130. I don't know where I left it. Did I park it? Nope. Neither tractor that should be parked there is parked there. The 130 is usually parked to the door. Well, I said the door. The shed on the right, along with the Brewer tractor. Yeah, that one. Drop that off there. Then spin around. This will fit in there if I get it in there straight enough. Guessing I must have left the 130 down by production lane. The Lamborghini is on the forage wagon, which is fine unless it's actually doing the work, and it can't handle that. Can't handle the hills. I mean, this has like 200 horsepower less than the T8, and that doesn't enjoy it that much. Put you into this shed right here. All right, squeeze through here. All right, we'll be back here in just a moment to collect that grass. All right, let's go get some fertilizing done, shall we? Is it down here? I think this is going to be it. Yes, it is. It's got a decent amount of fertilizer in it. So let's go take care of the new field. The one that was a forest. It's not going to take me long to get that done because most of that has already been fertilized. The ex-barley field that was there, that was already double fertilized. Oh, that's right. I was going to bring up the mini-map, but that's not going to help us because we're not running precision farming. Well, I don't want to use fertilizer where it's not needed, though. So I can kind of guesstimate where it was. So I'm probably going to waste some fertilizer. Kind of interesting how the veggies are kind of patterned here. Alright. Yeah, I'm not putting actually down... Well, I'm putting a little bit of fertilizer down on the edge of the field. And pretty soon here we're going to see the texture of the ground change. At some point. There it goes. So don't really need the mini-map. Yeah, so this is all added from what we had last year. All that over there, that cotton was added for this year. So the profit of the farm this year, or technically next year, because we don't sell the product till next year, is going to increase. Now, of course, buying more land just means more products and more profit. But as I mentioned before, I don't want to get to where we have so much land. It gets to be a lot of work per season. But if I want to hit my goal of having the entire loan paid off by year 10, we got to have a lot of work done from now until then. Because that really means I need to pay off $1 million plus per year, which currently we are not doing. So, yeah, it's going to be a long shot, but we shall see. Who knows what the future holds for us here in the hills of Tuscany. We could add some production buildings still, but only if it's going to, be a nice little profit. We should have more clothing for next season because we got more sheep, which means more wool. And of course we got the more cotton fields in itself. I just want to get a bird's eye view of where I need to be. Alright, so what I need to do, because we are in the barley field, we can see the texture of the ground is not changing. I didn't know that barley field was as big as it was. Maybe kind of hard to see for some of you, depending on how you are viewing the video here. Now if I come up here... then what I want to do is get along through here. We don't need it as wide, I don't think. Did I not fertilize the cotton field? Because the cotton field's taken fertilizer. I want to double check on that. It looks like it's actually taken an application. Oh, yes, I remember now, because I think when I fertilized it, I said, well, I can get the other part. I only made one pass, and I think I said something to the effect of, when I do the next field over, we'll get it then. Okay, we don't need that wide of a strip, so we'll narrow it down a bit. Then we can head on over and get some of the other fields done before we get back to picking up some grass. So the 130 always has narrow tires on it. We don't want to be destroying our crop. This is our fertilizing machine. You can see the sugar beet is looking nice. And now we're going to go over and take care of... Did I plant red beet over here? This might be red beet. But this is actually the first year that we have all 3 veggies planted in the same year. All right, let's get this field done. Should only be 2 passes, really. Actually, I could probably almost do it in one, nah, not quite 1 pass. All right, let's make sure we actually get right to the edge here on the right-hand side, and then we'll do a narrow strip on the way back. Yeah, so not really going through that much fertilizer as I thought I would. But once we get all these fields fertilized this month, all the fields will be all set. Then we just have to make sure the grapes get their second stage of fertilization on them. I think that Ninja Beat trailer is like $50,000, so it's not cheap. Well, as trailers goes, it's a good price. And I may actually get more sugar from the cut sugar beet than I would if I were just to do pure sugar beet. I think I can go... There, we'll go that working width right there. All the fields are looking great. Just a reminder, we don't have weeds turned on for this series. Since we're doing so much plowing, I figured let's not bother with the weeds. And stones are turned off as well. Everything else is turned on. But once we finish this strip here, I think we'll go back, hop into the T8, and we'll get that grass picked up off the field. That will need to be fertilized as well once I get the grass off it. Well, technically I can fertilize it now, but we'll definitely pick up the grass first. And as I mentioned, all that grass is going to go into the fermenting silo to be made into silage. I really wish, though, that the large BGA wasn't $1 million, because that would be something... Because I could make, you know, I think we have a lot of TMR being made, so I could use some of that silage down at the BGA, and I could also bring the slurry and manure from the cows down there as well. I mean, yes, we do own the BGA that's here. Yep, that's looking good. But that's a small processing plant, and it takes forever to go through the product that we bring there. So maybe in the future, as I mentioned, I may get ourselves a manure spreader and also a slurry sprayer, and we'll use that to fertilize our fields. It would save us on buying artificial fertilizer, and also give us a job to do in the winter time. Because basically what I could do is, after we harvest the fields that need to be plowed, I can go in there and spray slurry, and then when I plow it, they'll reset the field to another state, and then when I go to plant, you'll get the second stage of fertilization into it. Then I don't have to worry about, after planting, to take care of the fields. And really, like I said, this series here is to do things I normally don't do, and spreading manure and spraying slurry, we haven't done a whole lot of it. I've actually thought about maybe even getting back into the, is it called the pumps and hoses pack, where we spray the slurry on that way? We did it on East Vineland. The problem is that getting all that equipment is rather expensive. But we all know I don't have problems spending money. We did spend over $10 million on this farm. But I think it'd be easier just to buy the slurry sprayer and a manure spreader. Bigger the better. Alright, that is full enough for me. 99%. Can I get around that light post? We can. Perfect. Alright, let's go drop this into the fermenting silo. I will have a quick look at that equipment. Probably the slurry sprayer first, because the cows have a whole bunch of that. The manure I can deal with at the rate that they're producing it, but the slurry, they're making a whole bunch of it. I want to say it's going to be, if I go with the biggest one, it's going to be like, what, $100,000 probably? It's been a moment since I bought one, so might be wrong in that price. But while this is unloading, we'll have a quick look. Also, while it's unloading, because I don't want to forget, because I did once. Well, at least on this process, I forget a lot of things. Grass silage. Yep, grass is going in. Activate. And then if we go into here, is there a special category for it? Or is it just under, no, slurry tankers. Here we go. And I think that's just the tanker, not the sprayer. That's another tanker. Alright, so I gotta buy the tanker and then the sprayer is separate. Gotcha. So probably let's look at, what's the widest working width that we got? 36. That's a 30. And I'm pretty sure this is going to get narrower as we go down here. 21. So my guess is that goes with this tanker here. And that holds, wow, it doesn't hold as much as I thought it would. Only 34,000 liters. But I mean, that'd be $325,000. Wow. All right then. That holds 20,000 liters. So that's a working width of 15, and it holds 18,000. Now it costs 100,000. I mean, that's not too bad if I'm just going to do the grass field. But as I'm saying, if I go to the, can I see the slurry here? No, I cannot. Well, if I were to, let's jump up to the cow barn quickly, and we can kind of just walk up and we look down the bottom right-hand corner. Currently, we got over 200,000 liters of slurry, and I don't know if this is the holding container for it. I mean, it looks kind of full. Even though we get our slurry out of here, I don't know how much that holds, and we are maxing out. Yeah, something to think about for darn sure. All right, let me get back into the T8. Spin around here. I guess I'll go around the planter and the Challenger. Let me go up and get our second load. We always get a little bit more than two full loads. So let me go up and get the second load. I'll bring it on down. And we will move on. Second load already brought down to be fermented into silage. And here's the extra that we always get. I say extra. Extra for the second load, I mean it's always here. It's not like it's an extra bonus or something. So while I was unloading the second load of grass into the fermenting silo, I'm just trying to figure out, I went back into the store looking at the slurry spreaders, trying to figure out how I want to approach this and spread the slurry. I mean, like I said, I would like to have the loan down to 9 million at the end of the year, but in order to start benefiting from that slurry sooner rather than later, I may have to buy that tanker sooner than I want. Same thing could be said for the manure for the cow barn, because I'm pretty sure, since it only holds 45,000 liters over here, I think it only holds 45,000 liters. I'm pretty sure it's full by now. Manure heap 45,000. I think we can fit. If I go into construction, how much is... I think it's silo extensions, right? For the manure pile, manure heap extension. Not enough. Oh, wait. It's 25,000? All right, let me move. And I know I said I didn't want to do this, but I'm going to borrow a little bit of cash. Because, yeah, we definitely need to not lose on the manure. And I can't keep up with this. And also by putting this down, I should be able to... I did, yeah, you got to borrow the money first. I should be able to grab the manure without having to use a bucket. So yeah, we're going to borrow enough just to get this manure heap down. I wanted to do this a while ago, but I completely slipped my mind. Liquid manure extension tank. I wonder which one we got here. Can I match this up? It's not that one. It looks like that one. That one holds 500,000 liters. Alright. And if I put this down... right there. There we go. So now the extra manure should come over to here. Oh, where's that trigger? Don't... oh, that trigger might be on the side. Interactive zone markers. I think that trigger is going to be on the side over there. Okay, well, if I back... if I back into our... you know what? Maybe I should just sell this, because I'm not going to use this at all. At least I don't have any reason to. No, because we got the fermenting silos, so... let's come into here and... we'll sell that. Yeah, we don't need that at all. There we go. Now I can grab the manure, no problem. And let's go in here and we'll do landscaping, painting. And what ground is this that we got in here? Just kind of blur that in. It's costing me money to do this, but that's fine. All right, kind of blends it in a little bit. Maybe not that. All right, that's good enough. Good enough. Interactive zone marker, will turn that off. So now I'll be able to grab manure, no problem. And that pit over there, I can just say, just leave it full at all times. And now the extra manure should come over to here. Actually, let's speed up time. And we should get manure in here, I hope. There we go. We can see it already. We can see the manure, so that's working perfectly. And that holds how much? Silo extensions. 4 million liters. Alright, so I got time. So now we're not losing manure as we have been. And the slurry, like I said, that should hold 500,000 liters. We're at 200,000. So I got time to think about that. And just remember, we get our slurry from here, not actually at the tank there. So that's all good. That's all good. I was going to repay that $10,000 I just borrowed, but I think I'll keep it for now. And of course, we get the milk from here. Speaking of milk, let me go on down. I need to keep track of this when I'm thinking about it. Just need to come over to here and slowly drag that out of there. Because the dairy does not have a big storage area for the products. Actually, we got tons of butter. Almost got 6,000 liters of butter. I'm ready to say butter should be coming on out here. There we go. And some more butter will spawn here while we're waiting for that. So let me come in here and see what manure spreaders are going for. I mean, that holds 14,000 liters, working with this 12 meters, which is not bad. That's 24 meter working width, which is probably what I would like to go for. But that's 92,000. All expensive stuff. Yeah, so goal number one, as we know, is to get that loan down to 9 million by the end of the year. So I need 340,000. I should be able to do that with the candy and the potato chips here very soon. And then everything else, maybe I can save up and buy the stuff that we need. Maybe I really don't need to buy the sugar beet cutter. Although, like I said, I might actually get more sugar. So 4 liters gives me 2 liters of sugar. So that's a 50%. If I go cut sugar beet, for every 10 liters I cut sugar beet, I get 6 liters of sugar. So that's a 60% into sugar. So we benefit a lot better. We'll get more sugar by doing it like this. And also, we'll get more sugar per cycle. So instead of getting 2 sugar per cycle, that's how many cycles per month? 12,000. Oh, but then that goes down. Interesting. All right, so a third, that'd be like 4,000. That's 4,800. So technically, yes, we would get more sugar per month by doing it this way. And it's cheaper. So, yes, I think we definitely want to get that. We'll get more sugar by doing that. So what I would need, just to show you, I think it's in here. If I'm not mistaken. Do I not have it activated? It is a mod. Is that under sugarcane technology maybe? No. Or is it under auger wagons? Possibly. I do have it activated, do I not? It's here somewhere. Gotta go down to the end because it definitely is a mod. Oh, Beet Ninja right there. Trailer with beet cutter mod, 51,000. Do I have to add that? No, so it'd be 51,000 as is. All right. So yeah, definitely want to get that. But then we don't have to get that until, because sugar beet is not harvested until September? October. Like I said, October. All right. So thinking out a plan. When we sell the candy and stuff, just try to get the loan down to 9 million and then save up for the sugar beet ninja to put the cut sugar beet in. I think I'll put all cut sugar beet into that because we get more sugar that way. And then any extra money we have left over, we'll start looking into getting ourselves a manure spreader and or the slurry spreader for taking care of our fields. Those are going to be expensive, but you know what? Like I said, it's about doing things I normally don't do. And I'd rather use a slurry and manure doing that rather than buying the BGA for a million bucks and make electricity, methane, and digestate was what it should be making. But maybe later on in the series, when the money is pouring in a lot faster, maybe we'll buy the BGA and we can bring that on down there, depending on how much manure and slurry the cows do make. But I need to get in here and get this field fertilized along with a sunflower field. And then also got to get the field over by the vineyard done. Oh yeah, since we skipped a month, I don't think the grapes are going to be have sprouted yet. I think it's going to be like another month for sure. Yeah, I don't see any grapes showing on them just yet. So yeah, we'll get that fertilized at some point. But yeah, I think we got somewhat of a plan on spending our money coming on in. And that'll be, might be next episode when you get to July. That's what we're waiting for the candy. And we got a good amount of money ready to be sold. I mean, if we take a quick look at the candy currently, that's if we got 30, 60, so that's 90, 100, right? I would say like 200,000 easily. But I think last year we got like 250. And then, of course, we'll have some red beet soup to sell and some potato chips to sell. So that alone should get the loan down to 9 million. Fingers crossed, we'll find out. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you again right here in the hills of Tuscany. But until then, have a good one.